We'll finally end this news with another development in Ethiopia, where the country's government said it is now ready to renegotiate its dispute with Egypt over the Grand Ethiopian Resonance Dam on the river Blue Nile. In February, Ethiopia temporarily suspended its participation in the US-mediated negotiation over the filling and the operation of the dam, requesting more time to deliberate on the draft agreement. The longest river in the world stretches across 11 countries in its journey to 4,000 miles from the equatorial rivers and that fate Lake Victoria to its final destination in the Mediterranean Sea. Let's have more details of that in this report.
It's been weeks since the tripartite negotiations on the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam stalled due to a disagreement between Ethiopia and Egypt. Ethiopia's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geddu Andargacho, says his country has conditions in order for the situation to return to normalcy.
The
solution for the disagreement is again negotiation. We demand serious and fair talks to take place for us to return to the table once again. The only choice we have is to agree on this. For this, a strong political will from the Egypt side is needed.
The minister has emphasized the waters of the Nile belong to all of the Nile Basin nations, regardless of who contributes how much of the water.
Though the source of most of the Nile water can be located in Ethiopia, and even if more than 85% of the water is contributed by Ethiopia, Ethiopia not even a single day said I have to benefit from this water alone. The waters of the Nile belongs to Ethiopians, Sudanese, Egyptians, and people of other Nile Basin countries. We give full recognition for the right of the lower basin nations to use the water, and we properly understand our right of using the Nile responsibly.
When explaining the importance of the GERD, Geddu said the project holds the key for Ethiopia to free itself from the bonds of poverty.
In Ethiopia, more than 65 million citizens live without electricity in this 21st century. Secondly, the investors we have invited to the country to help us defeat poverty are suffering from insufficient power supply, preventing their industries from bearing fruit. Hundreds of factories are affected due to this. Every year, hundreds of thousands of Ethiopians graduate from high schools and universities. It's mandatory to create jobs for these young people. The key for all these problems is found in the completion of the Renaissance Dam project.
Ethiopia's Foreign Affairs Minister also has sent out a strong message for the Arab League.
The Arab League had a chance to use this situation to strengthen ties between the Horn and the Middle East. I believe it still has that opportunity at its hand, and we believe the Arab League can still positively impact the difference between Ethiopia and Egypt. The Arab League should have a role to promote solidarity among countries of the Eastern Africa region and the Middle East based on mutual cooperation. But having said this, the League's intervention and promotion of conflict on the matter that is not even concluded yet between three countries is unacceptable.
For now, and despite the United States' interest for Ethiopia to avoid any moves regarding the filling of the dam, Addis Ababa is determined to follow the normal schedule at hand and begin filling the dam in July. Ethiopia believes if not fair negotiations, nothing can and will stop the successful completion of its mega hydropower generating dam.